Most people would rather endure an electric shock than sit in a quiet room with nothing but their own thoughts. We have been conditioned to view solitude as a void that needs to be filled with noise, social media, and constant distraction. But what if your greatest source of strength was hidden in the silence you've been running from?
In Japan, there is a deep, ancient understanding that being alone isn't a sign of loneliness, it's a high-level skill. It is the art of becoming self-sufficient in your own happiness. Today, we are going to master that art by exploring 7 tiny habits that will transform your inner world into a sanctuary. If you stay until the end, I will share one specific craftsman secret that allows you to find total mental silence in less than 60 seconds, no matter how chaotic your environment is. Let's begin with the concept of ma.
Habit number 1 is ma, the appreciation of the space between things. In the West, we focus on the objects, the events, and the noise. In Japan, the focus is on the gap, the silence between notes, the space between walls, and the pauses in conversation. When you are alone, you often feel a frantic need to fill the ma. You reach for your phone or turn on the TV. But ma teaches us that the gap is where the soul breathes. It is the room where you finally have space to meet yourself.
Try this tiny habit today. Find 5 minutes where you intentionally do nothing. No input, no output. Just quietly exist in the ma. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. Then it will feel like freedom. The second habit is wabi-sabi, finding beauty in imperfection and the fleeting nature of life. We often avoid our own company because we don't like what we see when the performance for others stops. We see our flaws, our aging, and our unpolished thoughts. Wabi-sabi invites you to stop being your own harshest critic. Just as a cracked tea bowl is mended with gold in kintsugi, your life experiences, including your solitude, are what make you unique and valuable. When you embrace wabi-sabi, being alone becomes a time for maintenance rather than judgment. You start to see your quietest, most unpolished moments as the most authentic parts of your journey. Habit 3 is Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. This isn't about hiking or exercise. It's about a sensory connection to the natural world. When you are alone in nature, you realize that you are never actually alone. The forest doesn't judge you. It doesn't ask anything of you. By simply walking through a park or sitting under a tree without your phone, you plug back into the rhythm of the earth. This dissolves the ego and the anxiety of being solo. Our fourth habit is mono no aware, the pathos of things. It's the bittersweet realization that everything, including this moment, is passing. When you apply this to your own company, it changes how you value your time. If you know that your youth, your evening, and even your breath are temporary, you stop wasting them. Solitude becomes a luxury. You begin to treat a quiet hour with yourself with the same respect you'd give a visiting dignitary. Habit 5 is finding your small Ikigai. We often think of life purpose as a giant, singular goal, but the Japanese find purpose in the micro moments, the perfect cup of tea, the way the morning light hits your desk, or the feeling of a pen on paper. When you learn to enjoy these tiny details by yourself, you stop looking for a hero to come and make your life interesting. You realize that you are the one who makes your life interesting through your own observation. The sixth habit is osetai, hospitality. Usually, this is about how we treat guests, but the secret to enjoying your own company is practicing osetai for yourself. Why do we only use the nice plates when company comes over? Tonight, treat yourself like an honored guest. Set the table, light a candle, listen to music you love. When you show yourself this level of hospitality, you reinforce the idea that your own company is a high-quality experience. Finally, habit 7 is shokunin kishin, the craftsman's spirit. This is the secret I promised you. It's the habit of deep, focused work on a small, repetitive task. In Japan, the act of doing something with total presence is a form of meditation. When you engage in a shokunin task, whether it's gardening, cooking, or even folding laundry, with 100% of your attention, your ego vanishes. You aren't a lonely person anymore. You are simply the flow of the work. This is the ultimate escape from the anxiety of the self. By losing yourself in the task, you find a peace that no social interaction can provide. It is a sanctuary you can build with your own 2 hands, anywhere, at any time. Your own company is not a prison sentence. It is a garden that requires tending. Start small. Choose one habit, ma, wabi-sabi, or osetai, and practice it tonight. You will be surprised at who you find when the noise finally stops.